game for now.
I just saw the retired NPC, not the retired PCs, and I was just like, oh, they're so bad. I'm like, oh my god, this is what you guys feel when you can actually like effortlessly navigate Roll20. I never knew what I was missing until I.
Yeah, now I'm not gonna have to roll for you or wait
Exactly.
wait 1,000 years for a roll to show up.
Problem solved. Hey, I'm sorry I had to wait for this to be gifted.
We get it. That's fine. We're not making. We're just poking fun because it's all in good fun. Don't worry.
I'm kidding. I don't get butt hurt that easy.
I'm just kidding.
Rude.
Wait.
Now, if we're talking about shoes, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Shoes.
Okay.
Glorious.
Well,
Okay.
Okay, you know what? In that moment, did it make everybody laugh their ass off? And I did it? Yes.
It was an epic moment.
I have no regrets.
And you probably created some crazy branch in reality that time, like, went off in a completely different direction. Where
Okay, to be clear, so for my sanity, for me to know, there was no mechanical thing that happened when Makara threw those shoes out the window.
No, that wasn't.
Great.
I just kept going along with the joke. I only went along with the joke with it. I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay.
You created a.
No, because
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. What's up?
I was gonna say you created an alternate reality in which nobody wears shoes.
Good.
No, it's actually a reality where Tristan's character ended up marrying the camp counselor.
You got my
odds for her, so.
No, it was like the ending to Cinderella. Wait, what was Tristan's character's name? Becky? Becky's got the shoe from outside the window and with the hot camp counselor, just like, here is your hiking boot back.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something like she's got one shoe and then she looks across the way and she sees the other person holding the other shoe. Their eyes meet. Love it. First shoe.
When in doubt, I will bring the silliness. Even if I don't mean
it. You're being pursued by some, I don't know, murderer, and you just trip over a random pair of shoes in the road.
That honestly would have me, I think I'm laughing.
It's like, how the fuck did those get there?
And ironically, it's a pair of those Nike cross trainer shoes that you threw out the window in the cabin.
Wait, that's what they were?
Oh, I don't know. We never discussed. It could be whatever you want it to be. It could have been clogs or something, or Ugg boots.
Just a pair of wooden clogs thrown out the window. What are we gonna do when Apex Anomalies starts and I'm...
It probably would have been like a Converse shoes or something if it were the 80s.
Yeah. Oh wait, but it was the 1960s when she threw it out the window.
That's a good point. So I think Nike was still around then.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh no, I think just throwing a pair of wooden clogs at the window is too much funny. Not that it makes any sense at all to be throwing wooden clogs at the window, but
no.
Oh my god, I can finally have Fantasy Plus.
Yay, Fantasy Plus.
Now we just need one last person.
It's like a whole new world is playing in the background.
Damn straight.
Didn't we get a Fantasy Plus bot?
We did, but it sounds a little weird if you throw it into the channel versus just listening to it through your speakers. It sounds a little scratchy.
Now I can give my dramatic speeches knowing there's music in the background. Oh yeah, where's Craig?
Yep, gotta get Craig. Before I get Craig, I have to use the bathroom real quick.
Yep, go ahead.
So
I'm gonna take this opportunity to grab some water real quick.
Yep, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back.
Like, what?
So
Just like,
crazy.
Hmm?
I was playing Baldur's Gate with Chris, and he decided to pickpocket Astarion, and I yelled at him. So then he texted Matt, and then Matt said, kill Astarion. And I said, no, we're not doing that. And then he pulled a U, and right as I saved the game, he shot me.
Oh no.
Kill John Lennon. Kill John Lennon.
I'm like, what the hell, Christopher? So anyways, don't play your comfort game with your significant other because it just turns into a stressful and frustrating time.
That's not
Like,
surprising.
Then, Tristan,
like,
that's where you make the second save that you just mess around with.
Mm-hmm.
And you mess with him on it.
Why do you think I have like 6 different Stardew Valley saves so I can have 5 husbands on the same time?
Wait, does that mean you're a harem protagonist?
No, well, it's different saves.
Fair.
No, it's 1 husband per save.
Well, I just also I'm like, I can't really do a whole lot with him because he still doesn't know controllers, and so pretty much I've done everything that does not include a battle at this point, and now I'm like, well, now we have to go fight people, and Chris does not know enough to really be able to do that comfortably.
I haven't gotten to the wives.
Show him how to do it.
Leah's top of the list for me to wife up in Stardew Valley.
Just take him through the tutorial a bunch of times.
I did. I'm telling you, this man just button smashes even when I tell him what to do.
What does he do for a living?
He's an EMT.
Ah, that makes sense. Like, the brain power goes to his job, therefore he's not good at games.
Yeah, he's an EMT instructor and on-duty supervisor thing.
This is the method that you need to use. It needs to be like dad at the kitchen table trying to teach the kid fractions.
And I think it's also like that he has no D&D experience too, because there's so many things that he does, and I'm like, that just seems so obvious to me. But I think it's because, again, like I think that was also when the game first came out, and people were like, "This game is so hard," and I was like, "What do you mean?"
If you've never played D&D, that would make sense. But yeah.
Just to be like, you're not getting up until you do it right.
Like he walked away, and and like somebody hit him, and I was like, oh yeah, opportunity of attack, and he was like, what? Why did he hit me? And I was like, because he ran away.
Okay, now you gotta make him read the books.
You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Apex Anomalies when my character is like willingly mute and won't speak, because that is not me at all.
Wait.
I don't know how.
So are you like? How are we gonna talk to you? Wait, I guess I might not even be in your group.
Try texting, because this is the superhero campaign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just text.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could say, "I sign this."
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because the whole thing is she's afraid to speak because she discovered the sonic scream and is like, "Oh wait."
Oh, no.
Hold on a minute. How does this work?
It's okay.
I'm so chatty and talkative that I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna join.
I just haven't, because we've been saying we're gonna start it soon for like the last year, so I'm just kind of waiting. I want to actually start.
No, I think we have time to figure it out, but I'm just like, I'm either gonna say she speaks at a whisper all the time, or she does sign language.
I know that, as far as I know, it's gonna be Crazy, me, and Corgo in one group with probably a few other people. I don't know how many are gonna be on the same day as us, but I know that's at least gonna be our group, but I don't know anything else.
I wanted to be with Crazy's character because that Porto was so badass. Like, I just remember looking at it and I was like, how? What? Like, huh?
It's less fun when he pulls a pin out of a grenade and sticks it in your hand.
Oh, you mean after you tried to mind control me?
I wasn't mind controlling you. What I was doing was I was trying to calm you down so you didn't kill a bunch of civilians.
With your mind powers.
Who cares about the civilians? It's fine. Casualties.
Telling you.
Who cares about who's below when I'm doing my friggin' Sonic Scream bridge?
The first iteration of Apex Anomalies was truly so freaking chaotic and not even morally great at times. It was like evil at times.
Let me just double check something here because I'm fairly certain.
I want to do an anti-hero campaign so bad. It sounds so fun.
I feel like that was kind of what it was last time.
Well, I'm like, that's where Celestina is going. I'm like, you guys are getting feral. Like, you're getting too comfortable. Like, I need to bring the stakes back.
Just
then
checking
I let Okami
something.
play an NPC and it was a friggin' TPK. So I had to figure out how to fix it.
No, dang.
Sorry, we are starting in a moment. I just want to first check something on some shit, and then 40, 41. Okay, perfect. 42, perfect. All right, let's get Craig in the old chat here. Craigie boy.
Craig.
Craigie.
I can't help but get excited.
Krug in the club.
In the club, we all fam.
Now recording.
Oh my god, hey
Now
Craig.
recording.
Craig.
Now recording.
We love you, Craig.
I love you more than I love my own mother.
Wow.
Wow.
This bot.
Craig, if you weren't a robot, I would want you to marry me.
The bot.
You'd have to get in line.
Oh no, I'm not gonna finish that.
Craig needs to be the next bachelor in Stardew Valley.
Lord. He just shows up as a big teddy bear with just like this blank stare on his face.
It's the teddy bear in The Sims that moves. It moves without you moving.
Speaking of moves, who would like to recap what happened last time we played, which was a couple of weeks ago, but regardless.
I'd like to
I think it was just a lot of role playing.
Yeah,
although, however, we do have the summary. Just the party, the party had recently returned to Stormreach after a successful encounter with bandits, where they managed. Or wait, was this the week before, or?
Huh. No, we just kind of like it threw that recap into the session summary, which was kind of strange.
Recap of the recap.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then I won't rely on it, but I know it was pretty much just purely roleplay for the most part.
Yep. You got your reward from the Tavern Keeper for taking care of the bandits and the blockade. You guys kind of stumbled upon some information about the mayor and some of his potential corrupt practices.
Mm-hmm.
You all transformed into you disguised yourselves as attractive people,
and comedy ensued.
I found an Indian actress that is canonically Shirley's human form now.
You learned where the mayor lives. He lives in a 3-story building that's kind of at the center of town, pretty easy to find. And let's see here. I think there was a moment with Shirali.
Oh God.
When you confronted your sister, you tried to bring her food as a peace offering. She revealed
trauma
to you,
ensued.
Yep, she revealed to you that she was hearing voices from the darkness ever since her experience at the Black Lake, and she has confessed to attempting to steal the very same amulet that Red Brand tasked her to get for him. She wanted to get it for herself. This was, she told you, one of her final hopes to break this curse that she's found herself affected by. Most disturbingly, she disclosed her belief, or at least what she was told by the darkness is that only one sister could walk in the light while the other would be part of the darkness. And I think you, as Shirali, were like, fuck that. That's bullshit.
Said a lot of things.
Meanwhile, Geld was listening in for the entire time outside the door.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And also beforehand knew that the voices were more than just voices in her head.
Yes. Yes, you know this to be mostly untrue, at least in some of the context that you're aware of.
Well, as far as she knows, just voices in her head. She doesn't know if those voices are real or not.
Right. So now we will pick it up, possibly right there with Geld. You got your ear pressed against the door. You just heard this information. Marcira is convinced that she's going to succumb to darkness, while Shirali remains steadfastly walking in the light.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait by the door.
All right. And inside, Shirali, do you have anything final you would like to say about all this?
So, she's coming down from a really emotional high because of, I don't know if anybody remembers the intensity of the conversation we had last time, but it was a lot, and she started from, that's bullshit, like, what are you talking about? You don't believe in fate. We don't think that there's any outside force controlling our lives, to, oh, I'll forswear my oath to, or my pact with Pelor and walk in darkness if it means that you get to live.
Mm-hmm.
So she just gonna take a very long and deep breath and lean up against the wall.
Okay.
Quiet, because she has nothing left to say that's gonna change Marcira's mind about anything, and just hang out and let Marcira eat her food.
Okay. And she does so. I mean, it's a relatively quiet interaction, and she doesn't say anything beyond that. It seems she's probably mixed up emotionally, and she is resorting to her classic, I'm not going to talk when I'm going through, this turmoil.
We're going to bring this up in therapy later.
So anyways, she eats, you watch. Geld, are you just going to stay at the door while they're doing that, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, he's going to hang by the side just in case.
Okay. Others, I believe, are still down in the tavern area.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that we had said that it's somewhere around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, the others. Let me just get some tavern sounds. Okay. So, right around now in Stormreach Port, there's sort of a lull in the market and the shops. They kind of close up for an hour or two to go rest up, get some food, converse with each other, have a drink, what have you, take care of errands. And right now, the tavern area is becoming pretty full of patrons.
All right.
And they come in pretty quickly in succession, one after the other, just groups, small ones, large ones, all manner and different sorts of people. And you can see that the barkeep / innkeeper, he's used to it, but he also knows that it's the point where he has to get his assistant out to help with waiting tables, getting drinks served, cleaning up, making sure everyone's happy, because he can't do it himself anymore. He's getting pretty old. So those of you who are sitting at your, I wouldn't call it your usual table, but definitely one that you've been occupying for a bit now. What is your conversation looking like?
I think Sylvan, first Sylvan would be kind of scanning the people coming into the tavern just to make sure that there wasn't any like suspicious things happening, like maybe somebody who's looking at our tiefling friends here the wrong way.
Now, I believe you're still disguised, are you not?
I don't know if they are or not.
Shirali?
I would think so, considering we just came back from the table. Or not the table, but the tavern keeper.
I know that Shirali probably has her disguise dropped, but...
I was going to say, was this going on while I'm back at the inn? Or is this later when I've probably gone back to join them?
No, this would be happening right as your conversation with your sister is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think
the real question is Liliana disguise.
Yeah, I would just be talking to Liliana at this point then, or making sure Liliana's not being eyeballed in the wrong way.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see.
So we're at the inn now, right?
The tavern.
You're at the tavern.
We're still at the tavern.
The Golden Kraken.
It's both an inn and tavern, but the Wind's Whale is just an inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I'd probably still have my disguise up.
Okay. Well, overall, the vibe of the people coming in the door is nothing to be concerned about, at least not normally. It looks as though, I mean, you're getting a couple glances, but none of them malicious.
That's good enough. Like maybe, yeah, that'll be good enough for Sylvan, I think. Just trying to remain protective of our tiefling friends.
Right. I guess what I will say is if you are going to continue to keep your eye on people coming in the door, you can just give me an investigation check, and I'll use that roll for the remainder of the scene.
Okay. Hang on a sec. Let's see.
And I would say give yourself advantage too, because you're sitting still, you're casually glancing over.
Yep.
You got a good view of the entrance.
19.
Okay, good. All right, so scene continues. Let's see here. It looks like the barkeep's assistant is starting to bring... What happened?
Somebody left. That was crazy. Crazy left.
Yeah, I had to restart.
Okay. I'll wait until he's back, but...
By the way, this is after, like, the whole meal, like, for Ishal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I thought you were still eating.
I thought you were
I thought he was always eating.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, like, I was just double checking.
Double fisting?
Fuck off.
Potatoes in one hand, vegetables in the other.
Is this... Okay, this is the question. Is this 11 C's or is this luncheon? Or is it afternoon C?
This is afternoon C's. Yep.
There he is.
All right.
Sorry, it was acting weird for a moment.
Yeah, you're good.
It's like instead of having 7 meals, Ishal has 12 per day.
Right. Wait, who has 7 meals a day?
Hobbits.
Oh, okay. Wait, I was like, I thought we were just talking about normal people. I was like, okay. I mean, to each their own. I can barely have 3.
That's eating like a shrew.
All right.
And
So
7 is not correct because they've had 11sies as well.
Do you two
But
at the table?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you two at the table have any dialogue you want to do before we move along?
Not really.
No.
Okay. Well, you can see that the barkeep's getting a little overwhelmed. People are sitting at the stools. He's trying to get to every one of them as quick as he can. You can see that he has not only his big, bulky, burly assistant out helping and serving people and getting drinks, but you remember that there was a woman that was under his employ as well. She is moving about the tables, laughing, joking, smiling, getting orders, kind of keeping things moving along quickly. Sylvan, with your 19 investigation, you happen to notice her moving about the room. And she ends up stopping at a table in the corner that has a number, it looks like maybe 3 mercenaries and 1 rather mundane looking gentleman, not really armed or anything like that, but he is wearing some clothing that would suggest he has money or wealth.
Mm-hmm. This will definitely pique Sylvan's interest.
Sorry, and one final thing. Of course, that's the first thing you notice, but what really catches your eye is the fact when this woman leans in to take their order, you see one of the mercenaries make a move under the table, looks like maybe handing her something, and you see them do that. You don't know what he hands her. If you want to make a perception, I'll give that to you. Sure. But she definitely pockets it, whatever it is.
That's a bad perception roll. Out.
Yeah, you kind of have to crane your head in the wrong direction and try and make it look like you're not looking, all that stuff, but it just doesn't work.
She slips it into her pocket?
Yeah, she has a little pouch at her waist that she just seemingly puts it into.
I'm going to look to everybody at the group, basically, and just say, somebody want to give me a hand for a minute? I need somebody to distract somebody.
I can distract.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, great. I just need you to distract that waitress over there for a moment. Just ask her a bunch of really silly, mundane questions. Doesn't matter, just, keep her attention for a moment, because I'm pretty sure I just saw her get slipped something a little suspicious.
I will get up and walk over to the waitress.
Okay. She's attending another table that's closer to you, but also a little bit closer to the bar, so not quite the corner. And she has a tray kind of nestled against her waist. She's got one hand grasping the side of it, keeping it in place. I don't know if you've seen that move, but you get close enough to her and you notice that she's maybe about middle-aged human and weathered features. She's got a little bit of a complexion and some crags, maybe some scarring. You're not quite sure, but it's noticeable, but not so much so that it would cause her to be unlikable.
And just because this could impact her attitude towards me, as a reminder, I am disguised as a human right now.
Yeah. Okay. So she sees you approach and she says, as she smiles, "Well, hello, darling. What can I do for you?"
Hey, I was just wondering, I haven't been here before, and I was just wondering if you had any, just tips or tricks about, or not tips or tricks, I am sorry, recommendations about what is good here, food or drink.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
None of it.
While they're having this conversation, I'm gonna kind of just make my way behind her in a way where I can kind of just do like a sleight of hand thing, grab whatever's in her pocket.
Okay, so you're just gonna like move maybe towards the bar behind her and.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So then my distraction would give him
advantage.
Help action?
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So would that be a sleight of hand?
Yes.
22. Oh heck yeah! Do it again to see if you crit.
Nah, damn it.
The 22 still works though.
So you go for the pouch.
Yep.
I'm going to roll something here.
I'm wondering when these dice are gonna give me my revenge for those freaking nat ones. Because I'm still thinking about it.
Okay. She did not pass her perception. So, very deftly, you reach, as you go by, into her pouch through like a small slit in the side. You just kind of nab your fingers and you pull, you feel a piece of paper, and you pull it out, and you put it in your pocket quickly.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like signal to Liliana that, you know, we're good here.
Well, thank you so much. I will go and tell my friends perhaps about maybe we should find somewhere else. And I'm just gonna go back to my table.
Nice.
Okay.
Part of me's like, just like as somebody who's worked in like food service before, I'm like, she telling them that the food's not good just so she doesn't have to serve them when she's already busy.
The food sucks here, trust me. Go somewhere else.
Just so real.
Well, that was very gracefully done. All right, what does this note say? I want to find like a more private place to do this, where the waitress won't come and see the paper in my hand.
Okay.
Just leave the inn, or not the inn, the tavern.
I could read it as we're going out shopping. How about that?
Sure.
We could all go shopping. I think we need.
Because I don't really have. Do any of us really need anything else here?
I don't think so. At least not me.
All right. So yeah. What is Ishal doing with his comrades at this point? Wraith?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so, like, probably after the meal, he'll go ahead and recite. Like, he probably wrote down just kind of in between bites, just kind of the tenets. And then he'll probably just wait for the party to get ready to go shopping, so that way he can try and get the thing.
You're gonna go get the thing?
Well, I want to wait for the party, because, like, we were all going shopping together, right?
Yeah, we can do a shopping scene.
Alright. Then yeah, I will go ahead and try and get a headband.
And then let's do this. We'll say that once Marcira is finished with her plate, she just kind of like pushes it away from her on the table, and she stands up. This is upstairs, by the way. And Trelly, she grabs her stuff, again, doesn't say a word, and she says, "We're still stopping at the market, yeah?"
Yeah.
Good. If I'm gonna come along, I need to protect myself.
Is there something you need?
Weapons, armor.
Fair enough.
Supplies. Haven't you traveled before?
I look down at the scythe that's strapped to my belt, and I'm like, Believe it or not, my first time going camping was about 3 months ago.
She opens up the door and she says, "Are you coming?"
That kind of correlates. Yes, I'm coming.
Good. Bring all your correlations and your things. The others are waiting, I'm sure.
You claim that I'm uneducated.
And you both push out of the room and downstairs. Geld. They come out. You guys lock eyes.
Yeah.
Was he just standing there?
just waiting by the door.
No,
wait. The Pokemon trainer fight scene music.
What is he doing? When we walk out the door, where is he?
Oh, just waiting by the door.
Literally right next to it?
Yep.
I love that he has no subtlety whatsoever. He's just like, yeah, they're gonna know I was eavesdropping.
And
what are they gonna do?
Care.
Fight me?
I'm gonna walk out.
What are they gonna do? Shoot me?
Walk out, lock eyes, mutter as quietly as I can when she starts walking away to go down the stairs. I'm like, you and I are gonna talk about this later.
Wait, I have a question, Crazy. So, Geld, like the picture for Geld is him like all decked out in his suit. Does he wear that just like all the time? Like, is he out there? Is he out there with this like helmet over his face, just standing there menacing?
I just imagine just like any amount of drama just comes through. It's just like, oh shit, and it just clank, 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 clank.
Oh no! Him with this armor is less menacing. He canonically has tons of scars all over his body. So with his armor, he's less menacing.
I don't think I can be, or it would be very difficult for me to be intimidated.
So like that makes sense because like he's like, I don't care if they catch me eavesdropping. I'm here in a full suit of armor. What are they gonna do?
I don't know, different reasons.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Well, I'll look at him and go. We're going to the market. I seriously doubted my abilities to scare anyone along the way because now I'm having an identity crisis. So, would you like to come along?
Yep, that's why I've been waiting.
Right by the door.
With my ear pressed against the door.
It's hard to hear through all that metal.
Right there. For 40, not moving, because I didn't hear you. No footsteps, no creaking. You're standing right there.
Awful sneaky for a tank.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Waiting for us to go shopping. Okay, sure.
Because I'm not one to interrupt a family speeches and whatnot.
We will be talking about this later.
Oh my god, I love this.
I'll go with Marcy down the stairs. Apparently she needs weapons.
So, as they're walking out, do I see anything with my blind sight of, I think it was 10 feet?
No. Blind sight, no.
Got it.
Wait. Should I go in disguise? Would that be a
That's
good
right,
idea?
you were all like convinced that there was some other presence.
Yeah, because I heard it. That's why I'm thinking in case there could be someone invisible, just because I heard the presence.
I don't think. I wouldn't think of that though.
I am glad you remembered that because I
did not.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not that I didn't remember it; it's that
I
remember why you were. Now I remember why you were standing close to the door during all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
And this was before Shirali even showed up.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I listened in for a moment, heard her talking to someone, heard the other person's voice, knocked on the door, said some things, pretended to walk off, and then heard the voice again.
Oh yeah, talking about how I was gonna betray her, apparently. Not that Shirali knows, because she doesn't.
It was definitely very dark implications, and
yep. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember it being dark.
So obviously, there's ways someone could be talking with somebody out loud like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't see anyone or feel anyone, that leaves only one logical solution. But we won't get into that quite yet. Anyways, you proceed downstairs. Geld, you're following. Everyone is waiting in the tavern below. And it's pretty busy. You're actually a little bit surprised that it's this packed for the middle of the day on, like, usually kind of a lull day.
Great question. Before we go to the market, I don't have disguised person, I only have disguised self. Does Marcira have disguised self, or has she just been, like, walking free in full tiefling self?
She does have that capability, yes.
Okay. I'm just thinking, I wasn't going to do disguise self, but she might want to because she is, in fact, a criminal. So.
Well, you both look the same.
We do, but I would. But I would hope you guys would be able to tell the difference.
You guys are twins.
We're not twins.
Then why do you call yourself twins if you're not twins? What the hell does that mean?
It means that we were born 3 years apart, but we look exactly the same.
That's not a fucking twin.
But you know those siblings, I swear to God, I have met siblings before where, like, the genes were literally copy paste, and even though they aren't twins, I'm, like, looking at them and I'm like, I can tell you're different people, but at the same point, if you told me you're fraternal, like, twins, I would not doubt it.
Exactly. See? It is possible.
Oh,
I've seen it so many times.
Anyways,
metaphorical twins.
Shopping scene.
Yay, shopping!
All right, so everyone gathers and leaves out the front door of Golden Kraken. You step outside. The sun is yet again. It's just, there's that fucking eclipse right there.
Damn it, it's still there.
And I would say that the lighting effect on the port town here is fairly accurate.
Okay.
And it's midday. It should be full sun, bright as hell.
It's always golden hour.
And there's kind of a lull in the waves at this point during the day. It wasn't so calm earlier before with that whole body washing ashore. And you step outside and you follow your way through the center of town. You remember it a little bit beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
People are navigating through you, past you. Not through you, sorry. They're not phasing through you like X-Men.
Add another ghosts.
All right, eventually you get to the bazaar. Let me get a little bit more of a...
Shopping music.
Yeah, let's get something...
It's just Coconut Mall.
Just need like a supermarket song, like a generic one that you get.
Supermarket song. Nope.
No, because
that one definitely.
No.
My grocery
just intense battle theme while going through the mall, California. Trudging.
Listen, as somebody with social anxiety, that's how it feels for me. Anytime I'm in a crowd.
I'm like, why does this supermarket need to play Hotel California at least once every single time I'm there?
Hey, that's a good song.
No, yeah. It is. I'm not complaining.
It was good the first 10 billion times.
That's a little too fucking intense, buddy.
You know.
Hey,
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, but also.
Why are you shaming the street performers, Ishal? What? They're just making an honest living. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. I did not mean. Oh, God, I need to grab a ukulele for this.
Shaming them.
Oops, sorry. It seemed to start over when I did something. Very weird.
That's fine.
Anyways, arriving at the market, or the bazaar. It's all bustle. People are moving to and fro. It's certainly not as busy as it was yesterday. You'll see that most of the market has actually been sold of its goods. A lot of the stalls have nowhere near the stock they had yesterday.
What the heck was so special about yesterday?
Well, it's not so much special about yesterday, but there's like upticks and then lulls in the trade going through Stormreach based on when ships arrive and merchants arrive, all that stuff. Gotcha. So it's like a breathing, pulsating market.
Okay.
And well, if you're all sticking together, where do you all want to go first?
I don't think I actually even really need anything, so I will just go wherever anybody else needs to go.
I'd probably look around for magic shops because it's really all I need. Per se.
Yep, same here.
I'm gonna tag with Marcira, go get some weapons and armor and see if I can do anything to maybe make my sickle better.
I need a weapon shop too.
Or maybe like a blacksmith or something like that, see if I can do anything to make my thing better.
Okay, weapon shop. I like it. I like weapons. Yep. Good way to go.
Weapons.
Now, do you want to go for the kind of the typical alley stall approach, or do you want to try and find an establishment that might have a better reputation, better chance of stuff that might suit you, or you want to take a chance with a stall?
Establishment, I think.
Yeah, I'm fine with establishment first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
Give it the old shot there.
Shirali still has no concept of money, so she doesn't know how much money she actually has.
Well,
how much does this get me?
She just knows poor and rich, and that's pretty much it.
Just walking around, it's pretty easy to find weapon stalls, and there are a couple of blacksmiths that you know are here. They do weapons and armor and other sorts of gear that involve metals. But there are also specialist traders. Basically what I'm getting at here is I'm giving you tiers of what you might be willing to spend as well.
Okay. Did they have bows as well, by chance?
Yeah. Most of the bows made in these areas have some metallic attributes to them. For example, like where the string attaches at both ends of the wood, those are reinforced by like steel and iron and stuff like that. So there's plenty of reason to find them at a blacksmith shop or a Fletcher.
Yeah, that sounds good then.
So we'll just say that you guys find a generic old shop over this way. Uh-huh. We'll call it the Rust and Rend.
I like it.
I'll put it in the thing. You guys can talk amongst yourselves as you're going through here. A little RP, please, while I get the map updated.
You fix it.
Sylvan needs a bow.
I think I should get some better armor. Where is that a thing I can do? I don't know.
Armor? Yeah, I think so.
I either need to get armor or I need to fix this sickle, or maybe I need to do both.
Yeah, sounds good, honestly.
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell Marcera fights with, because I don't think they've ever, her and Shirali have ever fought together besides like hand-to-hand sort of stuff that they did as kids. Well, not kids, but yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if she knows what Marcera fights with, or if Marcera is better. I don't think she knows any, like, either way.
Okay, you step on in and let me just turn the crowd music off. So, you step inside, and before you even do, what's everyone's passive perception?
11.
If it's above 10,
mine is 11.
I swore I heard a 7 there, and I'm just.
Oh, 9.
Okay, better.
So everybody but Shirali notices that the door that leads into the Rust and Rend is quite large. Larger than you would typically think.
Oh.
Giant?
Like, how many feet are we talking?
We'll say that the top of the door frame is probably about an additional 2 feet taller than you would normally see.
I wonder why it's so big.
And you step inside, and standing behind a wooden, looks to be custom built and yet pretty well done counter is a Goliath.
Out of character, that explains the door.
He's just... It's as if he maybe sensed that you were going to walk in the door, because he's already waiting there, standing behind the counter. And he doesn't say a word until everybody steps in and closes the door. In fact, he kind of points at the door to the at the last person who comes through it.
This is weird.
Yeah, I'll close the door.
He looks to you with a blank stare. Welcome. You seek weapon?
We do.
Yeah.
Ishal shakes his head. I'm not particularly interested.
Rust and Rend have the best blades.
Sylvan will chime in. I'm looking for a new bow. Tell me, what do you have available?
Let me just roll something here.
Only hammers.
Only hammers.
What's the current bow you have? Is it a long bow?
It's a light crossbow.
Light crossbow, okay.
But I'm just looking to probably look for something better. It is a +1 light crossbow, though, so I don't know if there's something better than that.
He has a regular longbow and a +1 longbow.
What does the +1 longbow do for damage?
It's just so a +1 at the beginning of any weapon or armor. That number is known as its enhancement bonus, and that means that it gets a bonus to both its attack and damage if it's a weapon, or if it's just an armor, it gives a bonus to the AC output.
Okay.
So.
Okay. How much is the longbow?
Well, do you want to? I'll give you the price. He says, $550.
Is there any way that we can get that down a little bit? It's a little too much.
Roll me a persuade on that.
24.
Nice. Look at that.
Listen, this is why you have a charisma caster in your group.
Is there anything additional that you say?
Listen, I come from... how do I want to do this? I want to throw my my nobility around a little bit.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I don't look like myself right now, so I can do whatever I want.
Go ahead. Throw your nobility around.
Listen, you may not know who I am, but we expect the best of the best. And I have seen better. And I think that we need this to be a little bit cheaper.
You just
Damn.
insulted this man, probably.
Yeah, literally.
Just looking away like I don't know you.
Yeah,
Well,
Ishel's probably doing the same.
You are... It's funny, Liliana. You're in luck because this Goliath responds to strength.
Oh, hell yeah!
He says, okay. I like you. Here. He hands Sylvan the bow, and he says, 4.
Done.
By the way, you just got that for cheap, so you better frickin'. So normally +1 martial weapons like this would go for probably around like $550. 600 if the merchant's a dick.
Yep. Because I think like the base thing is like 400 now.
Yeah. But then you also have to consider where you are. You're in a trade port, so you're going to see some things that you wouldn't normally see. But if you go to, exterior civilizations that produce their own wares, you would probably not see many things that you're looking for.
Right. All right.
So
a new longbow. All right.
Yeah.
I'm good for now.
All right.
It do be long.
It looks good. It looks like it's maybe made of a red maple or some kind of pliable, or the wood has been treated in such a way that it's pliable, durable, stretchy.
All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I think I can only pull that stunt once without getting us in trouble, so I'm not gonna do it for whoever wants another thing. I apologize.
Thank you.
That's fine.
We'll call that your superpower every week. Once every week, you can throw your weight around.
Okay. I want to lean towards Marcera and be like, I only have 15 gold on me. What do you have?
Wait, do you really only have 15 gold?
Oh my god.
Well, this is the thing. Shirali, out of pride of being poor, has been rejecting all of the money that anyone has offered her. Which was a conscious choice by me.
So oh my god.
I accept this fate. But I will ask her if she has the money to get what she needs.
Oh man. Now you're getting deep. Nobility. How's it feel to be noble?
So good.
I do have some gems that are worth 50 gold apiece. So.
Yeah. Well.
I do have that. Not this guy will probably.
I will say that this.
I exchanged them and then.
Well, you don't know what he'll take in payment. Anyways, he does look to others and for their if they have any orders.
Yeah, I explicitly said already that like my character is not interested in a weapon at this time.
Wait, does he have any daggers?
Yes, he does.
All right. What are
looking for? Just a Are you looking for a normal dagger or like a special dagger?
A special one, because right now I have just a regular dagger.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. Special, no. Normal, yes.
No problem.
If you ever want just more daggers, I have 2 that came with me that I will not be using.
Oh. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right. Anyone need anything here?
Nope.
Does she have money? When I ask her, does she?
We rescued her from jail, and we didn't get any of her things from the jail.
Marcy, you don't have anything, do you?
She looks at you, just kind of one of those square off looks where she squints, and she's like, "You know I don't."
Shit.
Do I overhear them whispering that?
She doesn't whisper.
Oh, Ishal will just kind of look over and be like, do you need cash? Do you need money?
I know that's what I was about to say too. And like, do you want to borrow money?
Marcia immediately says no.
We don't need rich people.
Okay.
He doesn't sell. He just does weapons, huh? Does he have anything in the way of armor? For her?
No.
Okay. That's really what I'm concerned about. But can I bring I have my sickle. I want to bring it to his counter. Be like, is there anything in the way of repairing this? Perhaps giving me a new hilt, because this one is chipping in a very... It's sad for me to look at.
Yeah, sure. He takes a few minutes to, bend some metal back into place, replace a rivet or two. Does so free of charge. Technically, that's not really a... Durability is not a thing.
It's fine. Shirley feels like she did something. She'll put the sickle back on her belt.
And I believe everyone else is done. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, is there anything I could hypothetically, if I went and sold my gems somewhere else, is there a weapon that I could get my sister with my?
Well, there's chances you'll have of finding them. Trust me.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Do I get the sense if I dropped like a platinum on the ground and made it seem like, oh, what's that she would then take that platinum?
That Marcira would?
Like you or Marcira. Like, so it doesn't feel like charity, like you just found it on the ground.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not
stopping you if you want to do that. But...
I mean, I would not mind it.
Okay, I have... Think about it like this. I have a passive perception of 9. If you did it, I probably wouldn't notice.
Is he staring off into space?
Well, see, the thing is, a platinum piece is by far way more than any one person in Elisara could possibly want to survive for the next 2 months. So, yeah, it would be a good find for someone if Shirley were to happen to not notice it.
To not see it.
Are you saying that I spent some poor person's entire lifetime salary on a bow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably 3 lifetimes.
Only 3 lifetimes.
No, Marcy and I were just watching the gold hit the counter, like eyes wide.
So that's why I'm saying, like,
if I stole it fair and square.
If I drop it without you noticing, and then I go, "Oh, what's that?" and then you look, like,
I mean, if I
what's this behind your ear?
But I mean, we're just looking at it, and Shirley's just like, I could swim in that Scrooge McDuck style. Like, that is the most gold I've ever seen in my life.
Marcia she reaches down and picks up the coin. Finders keepers.
Well, I took the platinum away from myself, and you now have it.
And I'm going to look back at Shirali and be like, it's not my money.
Did I notice that she dropped it?
No. Your passive perception is 9.
I'm just gonna look at someone and go, what the fuck?
She's like, who said that?
Your sister's passive perception is 12.
Did she notice?
That's why she picked it up. She's now a platinum richer, and you were just like, huh?
Marcy, is that stealing?
Huh?
Is that stealing in any way that matters?
Who cares? We need it anyways.
True.
Well, I mean,
okay.
somebody, if it's been on the ground and nobody's noticed it, then, you know, it's your guys' now.
She says, I saw you, don't worry. And she winks at you.
Well, there goes that then, I guess.
Sister.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
I just didn't want to leave a perfectly good platinum coin lying on the ground like that.
Well, finders keepers, it's yours.
Last person who touched it owns it.
The Goliath is just like
it.
The Goliath is just standing there, not saying a word. He says, "Are you done? Can you leave?"
That is really fucking funny.
Got a business to run here.
Hey, everybody.
I'll go to the magic store with the others who need to go to the magic store, because that's literally, I don't do weapons, but I do magic.
All right.
I'll go with her and her new platinum piece wealth that we now feel like billionaires. And go and get
That's 10 gold?
She said she needed armor, right?
Yep.
Armor. Okay. Let's just go to, say, a stall that's maybe right on over here. Across the way, in fact, you hear a clanging of metal on another metal, hence an anvil.
It's the sound we love to hear.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And there's this rather burly-looking human with a shaved head. Stops what he's doing, takes his gloves off, comes over. What you be?
I look at her. I don't know what armor she wants.
I got armor, weapons, shields, what have you.
Anything?
Come on.
Crossbows of any sort?
I got many armor, weapons, and shields to make all day.
Okay. Jeez. Calm down.
Yeah. Aggressive. All right. I'm guessing there's still like no stall for like magic items. Like not yet.
Not in this section. This is more like the artisan section, like jewel making and armors and weapons.
I mean, technically, a headband is a jewelry.
Yeah, you could probably get one at the Crown Jewel, actually.
All right, cool. I'll wait. I'll be patient, but
okay.
It is good to know.
What kind of armors does he have available?
All kinds, light, medium, heavy. What is your preferred? What's your proficiency?
Right
light?
Now I'm using leather armor. Yeah, light.
So light. Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to new armor either. So, but we're both light, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then what we're going to do is both of you are looking for light, so let's do this. There are 3 options. There's padded, regular leather, and then studded leather.
Okay.
Studded leather brings your armor class up by 1. So it's 12 plus your dex mod.
Yep.
So, that was the same for the padded?
No, padded is 11 plus your dex mod, so it's regular.
And
the studded leather the studded leather is going to be the highest armor class rating you can get in a light armor before it switches to medium.
All right, how much is that?
You can get a studded leather for about 40 to 45 gold.
Anything with a higher rating per chance?
That is not light? No. Going into medium after that.
All right, I'll take the studded leather armor for 45 then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Just FYI, that's 13 pounds, so you can just change the poundage on your leather armor from 10 to 13, and then change your AC bonus from 11 to 12 on that.
Hang on a sec. It says warning, AC is not correct. Unequip extra armor.
You can also go into the compendium on the right bar
and search up studded leather and
pull
it in.
Yeah,
I just dragged it in, and I unchecked leather armor, so that should be good.
Okay.
My AC is now 17. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Oh.
Got that high dex.
Jeez.
Yep. All right, I'm good.
So you got armor. Who wanted armor?
I'm not. I'm a baddie on a budget.
Baddie on
I can buy something if you would like something.
No, it's okay. I will let whatever Marcera wants to get if she needs money for it.
Or I can steal it.
That doesn't include the platinum, then I will help her get it.
Is Warlock?
I already have some armor.
Is Warlock proficient with light?
Yeah, they're proficient with light. I don't think medium.
Just light.
Not medium. I just have light.
Okay, what's your current light? Is it leather?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still decent.
And my AC is 12. I'm just like the only thing I would go from a 12 to a 13. I don't need it that badly.
Okay. That's fine.
Marcera needs it.
Well, she's got nothing.
She'll be fine for now. Anything else from this guy?
Is he mean? No.
Nope.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do, you know. Can't just be like that one couple where the one group of actually it's more like that person at the end of the frickin' checkout aisle that has a chat up with the cashier because they know each other and they have to tell each other their frickin' life story before. Yeah, it's like
Small towns.
At least I don't do that.
Okay, then leaving the stall, he says, thanks. He puts his gloves back on and heads back over to the forge. Throws irons back in the fire, has to reheat them all over again. Probably wait another 45 minutes until it's up to temp.
Hey, he chose this business.
Right.
All right. Well, if
Jewel.
no one else has it, crown jewel time, baby.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to get
hopefully
crowns.
something good.
So,
Where I can...
well, last time we were here, one thing is, you're leading the pack, Ishal, and those of you who are behind him, you notice that Ishal has gained a considerable amount of weight.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder.
No, I mean, it's not so much the weight that he's gained, it's in the pace that he's gaining it. It seems
Like it's not normal.
It seems a little strange. Anyways, Crown Jewel.
Question. So if I'm just noticing this, is there any way I can roll like an Arcana check to see if there's a magical reason for this?
Is he about to buy Beauregard, Charlie, and the Chocolate Factory?
I'll take that. Yeah, no, I'll take that. DC's gonna be fairly high, but
it's probably not gonna be that great. I have a low intelligence, but
can I roll Arcana, perhaps?
Is that a thought that you had?
What, him gaining weight?
Yeah, is that like, that's strange.
Well, if he's put on like 100 pounds in a matter of like 2 days, then yes, that would be a concern.
You may attempt.
Not... Okay. But if
I know I didn't get anything from mine.
If it's something beyond the realm of like physical possibility, then yes, that would be my thought. But if it's like technically physically possible, then okay, I'll go for it. Why not?
There it is, yeah.
Oh
wow.
So I mean, it's like it's still sure it's not strange, but it's not unheard of. That there are situations where people just have no metabolism whatsoever, or maybe there's some other kind of reasoning for why they're able to put on that much weight that quickly.
Out of character, my brain is like going to you just talked to these guys about having them join a cult or whatever, and now I'm like, does this have to do with your weight gain? But like, this is out of character, and I can't metagame.
Is he about to turn into like a
might actually say I might give because I'll say more when this session's over.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, don't know what I mean. Is he about to turn into one of those Buddha statues? Where
no.
It's like he's happy.
No. Nope. Not that.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely not that.
I'm sorry. That was just the first thing that came to my mind.
It's funny though.
It is.
And in fact,
yep.
Buddha is awesome. He just sits there and
yeah.
He's
so real. He's so. I mean, no offense at all.
Of course.
That is said with all of the love in my heart possible. Magic store, is this where I can Crown
no,
Jewels,
it's
where I can sell my
your jewels. Yes, probably.
Yes. Okay, cool.
So walking in again, it's a somewhat small shop, a little cramped, but there is a couple of display cases in the center of the room. There is a display case that kind of acts as a counter near the back of the shop, where you see, I think it was a half-elf gentleman.
Is the amulet in here? Or am I crazy?
This was where the
amulet is gone. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be here.
So this was definitely where the amulet was housed. So you remember specifically that there was like a more pronounced display portion of the counter that the shopkeep stands behind that has all these fine pieces of jewelry, and one of them happened to be the amulet.
Is it not there anymore?
It seems to have been moved. Yes, it's not there anymore.
Okay, well, Ishal will just kind of head up to the counter and go, greetings. I don't exactly know how to really describe this, but is there something that could help with my intellect?
Trying to get smarter, are we?
You don't really have to give attitude about it, but yeah.
I believe I can help. What's your price range?
Store?
This is a jewelry store. Oh, it's a gnome halfling?
It was a man. Last time we went there, it was a man.
I don't remember, man.
There's multiple owners. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got so confused.
I'm just trying
to...
Wait,
they have magical stuff here too?
Yeah.
Yes.
I came here.
Yeah.
I thought we were here to sell her jewels.
You could do both.
Well, yeah, we could do both and potentially negotiate and haggle on that.
Yep. I'm not here to get something.
What is your spending limit? I like to ask that of my newcomers.
He looks over to the probably like where his party members are and goes, I would say fairly high.
Dude, you think I'm gonna lend you pocket change?
Well, I'm thinking more so like, would I know about like the gems and all that?
Sure. Well, just give me a straight up intelligence roll. It's not really based on anything specific, so.
I will tell you, the last time I tried to buy a magical thing, it was over 500 gold, so I could not buy anything because I did not have enough.
Right.
Oh, that's fair. 17.
Okay, so yeah, you'd understand there's many different kinds of gems, all of them usually color-coded and fairly easy to remember, you know, rubies, amethyst, sapphires.
Yeah, just for like the case of the selling and all that, so that way I could potentially barter.
Okay, yep, you would know that some are also more valuable than others, and that is the case for varying types of stones in different areas. So you could go one place and, you know, like maybe like
that's fair.
Amber would be worth almost like the price of platinum. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think I get it now. Let's see if he has the headband.
Yep. That's what I'm rolling right now. And
oh, that sounded good. That sounded good.
I don't know if I liked that sound.
I also sent you something, Zim.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, this is just the case of
let's go gambling. Oh, dang
it. There's certainly a let's see, what is this? You're looking for this?
I'm looking for the headband of intellect, yeah, but like my character wouldn't know that in character.
I'm talking to Crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He sent me a link.
Yeah. It just feels like.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm like a fucking bellboy, just trying to ring the bell, just ding, 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 ding. Actual crackhead.
Oh. Huh. What the hell?
Yep.
So what?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. All right.
I don't know if I'm liking these noises.
No, this is really cool because it's like part interdimensional domicile, part prison.
What?
What the fuck? We're at a jewel store.
What the actual? What?
I think you're reading something different. It is. Actually, it's like one of those spells that we used to use a lot in Taker.
Yep, I'm aware. So
okay.
They wouldn't have that here. You're looking around, that you don't see any like books or tomes or anything like that. But anyways, so Ashal, the shopkeep, he smiles and he says, "I think I have just the thing for you." And he goes to the right side of the counter, your left, and he opens up the case and he pulls a beautiful, shining, pristine, almost platinum colored, chrome like, I guess it looks kind of like a tiara.
Oh.
Just a crown. A very sleek and elegant crown.
I'm so gonna make fun of him when this is.
And there's an enlarged inset, a jewel inset with a emerald placed in it, and it kind of is in its center of the filigree and all of the design. And he places it on the counter, and he says, "You're in luck. This is my last one. They also don't come cheap."
And how much is the price? Ishal just kind of raises an eyebrow.
What did we decide on that? What's the rarity?
It was uncommon for the rarity.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the new book rules, base level 400 GP.
Okay.
God damn.
God damn.
Heck, it skyrockets. The next level rare is skyrocketing up to 4,000. It jumps.
It's increments of
Anything.
D&D, not America. What the fuck?
Oh, it's America, D&D.
I came to escape inflation. God damn it!
Right.
Even in the world of fantasy, we cannot escape the horrible trapping jaws
Capitalism.
of capitalism.
No, it's more like, hey, I have the goods. It's the last of it. It's worth, X amount.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Hey,
on God, D&D is gonna make me a communist.
So I'm going to say, sorry, even though the book value mentions that it's around 400, 450, he's gonna say, I think 5 is a reasonable offer.
All right. Let's start analyzing the gems and seeing if that's actually worth the actual price.
Okay.
This is rich coming from a guy whose name is probably Fifth Trail.
If you all would want to include whatever gems you're willing to bring forth to help trade.
I mean, I'd like to sell my 3 if that's possible.
No, I already sold
which
mine.
Ones are those?
Wait, did I have?
They're supposedly worth 50 gold each.
I have one of those as well that's worth 50. So you can have mine that can go towards whatever you're buying.
All right, cool. Like Ishal will just kind of, like, obviously he would not know about the gems immediately, but he'll just kind of be like, if you have anything that would be of worth that would help for the trading, by all means. He just kind of presents the floor.
Sylvan will take a gem out of the pouch at her side and just kind of fling it up in the air into your hands.
All right, and then he'll present that as part of it.
So this has been a question on my mind for Sylvan as of late. Is Sylvan going for like a Robin Hood sort of approach?
I think that she kind of has some of those tendencies. She doesn't have very much respect for the higher authority, I guess, and rich people, I guess you could say too. So no offense to Liliana, I know that you are rich, but
no, all offense.
To be fair, she's kind of on her own now.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about you, but like I just have like a general distrust towards most people that have a significantly large amount of money.
I feel it.
It happens.
So real.
Listen, Tristan also feels that way, so.
Yeah. And
I think a lot of people feel that way. Anyways.
Yeah, so that's kind of what she's going for, I guess. Maybe in a way, maybe some Robin Hood tendencies there. Maybe in certain situations, like she's not just gonna go give it to some hobo on the street or something. But
all right, Ishal, do you say anything to her offer to help pay?
I pretty much said to the whole party in the shop, like, have at it for the floor.
I just wasn't sure if you had any comments to it. But
Ishal will probably just kind of nod and just say thanks.
Okay. And
can I take out? I have 3, so I want to take out 1 gem, put it towards the pile, and if Ishal is at the front, I want to lean over and be like, I want to have a no holding back truth conversation about this when we leave.
Okay, so
I'll the thing gem down towards the.
Ishal just kind of cocks his head at that and just goes, "Okay."
You see Marcira reach into her pocket and produce the platinum piece.
Oh.
You spend that platinum on this dingus. I will never forgive you.
That's gonna be really funny.
She absolutely places it on the counter.
Oh
Marcy,
my!
I want to take it.
Well, fun enough, it's only 10 gold.
No.
Platinum's like 100.
I thought it was 10.
It's 10.
This is the only platinum piece Shirali has ever seen in her life. She's not gonna let Marcy spend it on this guy. I'm gonna take the platinum off the counter and be like,
it's already on the counter.
It's already on the counter.
The Goliath slaps his massive hand down on it.
I'm so
breaks
mad.
a wrist on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
one
toss my
platinum piece
platinum
is
too.
equivalent to 10 gold pieces. This is the
What-
established rate.
Does she think this is a joke, or was that like in earnest that she wants to help this guy get?
Well, no, she actually did want to generally help the party. I'll tell you what. Why don't you, Shirali, roll me an insight?
God, this is gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be so good.
Let's see.
Exactly. See,
The reasoning behind your sister's actions are obscure and mysterious to you.
as they usually are.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Anyways, she slaps it down.
Same
So
here with mine.
total, how many gems we have? All of 50 gold, you said, value?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gave one. Shirali gave one.
3?
Right?
No, I gave one.
1.
Oh, I'm keeping the other 2.
Okay, so that's
All right,
100.
so that's 100. Oh well, that's 100. That.
So he would
All right.
probably give you 90 because he's got to make a little bit of a profit.
Yeah, of course. Ishal just kind of goes, tell you what, I actually have a little bit of experience in jewelry. If you want, I could help around the store if you, in order to pay off for the actual headband.
Yeah, well, we have all the help we can possibly need here, especially after our recent debacle with a certain someone. And he's just saying that his security has been tightened.
I just realized I'm not in disguise.
Oh, fair. All right. I think with the jewelry tools then and all that, like, I'm not gonna actually like touch it, but like with that sort of expertise, could I just kind of get an idea for the craftsmanship and see if it is worth the price and see if I can even remotely talk it down, because I still don't have enough even with the donations.
How much do you need?
I need, with the 100 on the table, I still need another 200 gold.
Oh my god,
I
yeah,
will
no.
say this. He might have something for you if you... He might even be able to give it to you for free if you do something for him.
Well, so... Okay, so then after he kind of mentions security debacle, he just goes, even if there's even more security involved, I can scratch your back if you scratch mine, and just kind of gestures to the headband. Perhaps we can make a deal on that end.
I am not the official that you should be speaking to on these matters, but I will relay your information if you should seek an audience with the owner.
I will also, like, if it helps, I have the position of privilege thing.
Yep.
Oh,
Darn
would that?
nobles.
Would you want to help me on this?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Thank you.
I don't know what we're fighting for at this point.
Well,
Get it for free if we do something for them.
yeah, and it's more so for me because this saves so much money. Well, it saves so much time in the end.
Hey, why not, right?
It's also organically coming up in the game, so if you all want to take a little trip to not only enrich everybody, but have a fun little adventure, it'll be beneficial to all. And there is an adventure. So
I got one goal at the moment.
he looks you up and down and he says, "Nobility, huh? I guess. Well, I have something that does involve everyone here. Not just in this shop, but also outside. Stormreach.
Stormreach?
Yes. Yeah. My boss has been going on and on about resisting the... And he kind of lowers his voice at this point. Says, resisting the oppressors.
You wouldn't happen to be referring to the mayor, would you? I'm going to say that quietly, by the way.
Yeah, he looks at you with a little bit of a shock, but also maybe reticence. And he just says, yes. What have you heard?
I've heard that he is not a nice person. He's been taking advantage of people, good, hardworking people in this town. And, well, I don't know much else, but yeah, it sounds like he's not a nice person.
You would be right. And he kind of hushes a little bit further, and Tony says, I don't want to speak too loud because I'm afraid that they're already using magic to surveil Stormreach.
Perhaps there's a place we can discuss further then.
I don't know if it's going to be that easy. If you want, we can discuss it further. Meet me at Everwatch. Sundown.
Where is Everwatch?
Down here, lower left.
He says,
"Oh,
you're clearly not from here."
No, we're not. We'll be there. Well, at least I'll be there.
It's the abandoned lighthouse at the southwestern edge. The southeastern edge of town.
I'll nod and kind of look at the party to see if they're approving of this as well, or if, because I know that Ishal obviously wants to play for this because.
I nod.
All right. We'll be there.
You must be discreet. You understand?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
There is a terrace. You'll be able to recognize it by a small set of stairs that leads down and overlooks the port. There is a single door at the far end of the terrace. Knock 3 times. Someone will answer.
Anything else that I need to know?
Just that you must not be seen.
Okay.
And that is literally canon now. So if you fail, total different path.
Yeah. Ishal will also pass back the gems back to their respective owners, since we're going to be questing for it instead of buying for it.
Awesome. Shall make a move.
So,
back then.
What's happening here is he's essentially telling you that there's a bit of a resistance going on.
Hey, yo.
Against the mayor and his tactics involving.
Sounds like they might hang out at Everwatch.
Who would have thought?
A little bit of a metaphor there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cute little metaphor wrapped in a bow.
They do be ever watching.
I'm sad that no one caught my Sylvan Claws joke.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there.
Sorry.
He gave it I wasted the best joke on.
Well, hey, with no one hearing it, you can use it again later.
I'm gonna wait until you guys forget that I ever said this, and then I'm gonna say it.
So, Ishal, I will say this. He seems eager, so he kind of looks behind him at the back door. That's kind of a little bit So if I may describe, there's this one door that's behind the counter, and you've slightly been hearing some shuffling behind it. And you're assuming that that's probably just the other owner, and he just looks at you and he says, "You know what?" He places the pariah on the counter, and he says, "Consider it a good faith measure." And he slides it to you.
Oh, for the headband?
Oh.
Yep. Good faith measure.
Yeah! Alright. Ishal will take it and do a little bow. Thank you, sir.
And that is...
And he says, yeah, after.
That is partially in part to Liliana's presence as a noble.
Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I was extremely polite about it. I'm not going to be like, yeah, bitch! Yeah!
Yeah. So luckily, I mean, like you said, Liliana, your weight can only be thrown around so much before you fall over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it seems that you now have a little bit of time to kill before sundown.
I wanted to go see if there was like an actual magic shop, just to see if they had anything that might improve a magic caster who cannot wear armor's AC at all.
Oh,
have you tried mage armor?
You could
I do
try.
have mage armor, but...
How about a ring of protection? Because they have that at the Crown Jewel.
They do? What's
of course
that
they do. +1?
+1 AC.
Listen,
that's... I believe saves too.
How much is that?
Let me just double check that. I want to be sure. Of course, they don't give me the price on that.
Base ring, rare.
I think it's 5 to 1,000, right?
Holy moly!
Oh, I can only afford uncommon right now.
Hang on, let me just double check.
I don't want the cloak.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Do your position of privilege again and be like, listen here, you little shit. I will ruin you and your family. You don't sell this to me.
I will literally drive your business into the ground.
The one you want
interest in. To steal it for you.
Listen, the max I can afford right now, and it would take all of my gold, is 435 gold.
So the ring of protection.
I'd be more than willing.
Would be about 5.
I'd be more than willing to help ship in if you want it.
All right, so it's 5?
It's 5. Yeah.
You can take my gem that I got back from.
Oh, that too.
So that would get me to 485. So then I would just need
20 gold. I have 209 gold.
Can I take 20 gold off you?
Look at you guys bettering yourselves.
Hell yeah, thanks. I am now broke.
You can have my gem too, so that's 50.
You're now richer than the noble.
Mm-hmm. Ring of...
Well, I mean, I only took a 20 gold hit from that, so ain't bad.
So that gets me to a +1 of that.
You can't wear armor?
No, I'm a sorcerer.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't realize that sorcerers can't do that.
Not unless you get light armor proficiency.
Glass cannon.
Shows how much I don't know about D&D.
And don't forget, Tristan, plus one to your saving throws too.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Of course.
So you have time to kill. What are we doing until sundown? Or sun stay? Sun going nowhere?
I'll probably go. Like I'll probably just go with Emma and see what conversation she wanted to do.
And I'm gonna look for the magic item I sent to use them.
Yeah, what the dog doing?
I still have that note that I want to look at too. I haven't looked at that to see what it is.
All right, yeah. Shall we resolve that first?
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I want to know what the note is.
Okay. So, do you all look at this together, and where do you do this?
Wait, I wasn't there when you got the note.
No, I feel like Sylvan might just kind of keep it a secret at first and just look at it herself.
All right.
And then, if it's worth sharing, I'll share it.
So in common script, it says, 2 tieflings walked in and didn't burst into flame. That means someone vouched for them. Was it you?
Racist.
What? Okay. I'm gonna take that note and I'm gonna just look at Shirali and then hand her the note.
Okay. Does this mean it? This is Emma and her horrible memory talking. Would this mean anything to me?
This was the note.
Like, is this? Well, I'm like, is this some kind of? Is this playing into like a common stereotype, or is it like?
Is there actually something that would have set us on fire?
Or is this talking specifically about Marcira getting released?
Yeah, it does seem to allude to that. This definitely doesn't seem like any kind of forceful effect that would occur when someone actually enters the town. That would suck.
Is it? And then would it be? Did Marcira and I ever go into the tavern, or is it talking about me and Liliana? Because I think we're the only 2 tieflings ever to go in the tavern recently.
You don't know?
Oh, well.
The only thing you do know is that there were only 2 tieflings in the party when you first arrived.
That's true.
I'm not sure what this note means, but I do know that, this means that it's important enough for them to be passing around secret notes. So I say we just be cautious with whoever we meet. Because we don't know who is who here. This is new territory.
I am merely concerned for the other 2 tieflings that we're dragging around, because I can keep my disguise up for as long as I need. I don't think they can. I know. They can't.
Okay.
All right.
In fact, how long has it been since we first got to the...
I've been out of disguise this whole time.
Since we were at the tavern.
It's been about half an hour, maybe.
Okay, cool. I got 30 more minutes before my thing drops.
All right. You walk out of the Crown Jewel. Everyone roll a perception check.
Oh, of course. Well, they know. Joy.
Perception?
Oh, hey, I got nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, perception? 10. Yeah. This is going to be great. Oh, wait. That's not bad for me.
I'm the only one who rolled like shit. Although, honestly, it's still a 10. It's I
always roll like shit. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You don't get to talk.
Yeah, honestly, that is fair. You did roll 3 nat ones in a row.
It can always be worse, you know?
Yeah. But, alright.
I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Nope.
It's all part of the process. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's all about that conditioning.
That's right.
This is hazing. This is what this is.
As soon as you step out into the street and notice all of the passers-by, people going to and fro, trying to continue and live throughout their day, even though they know that the eclipse above doesn't mean anything good to the future of their life. Geld, Shirali, and Sylvand, and Liliana.
I was like, even with my nat 20, I don't get it.
Not
Don't you worry. We're leaving you for last.
Actually, technically, yes, because you do see something that the others don't. But, Geld, unfortunately, yours even doesn't pass this particular DC.
Yeah, it's okay.
At least for what Liliana sees. Why am I not able to hear anything? Where did it go?
What?
I can hear the music if that's what you're looking for.
I can hear the depressing music.
Oh. It's not depressing.
No, it's just kind of chill.
Sorry.
I was gonna say there's always good music playing on the channel.
Yeah.
There's a noticeable pronouncement of all of the shadows that are being cast by people walking by, like their shapes obscuring and just kind of creating this small bit of darkness that is part of them that casts over the ground. And they seem to loom and grow larger. You're not sure if it's real, if it's actually happening, or is it something else. And you blink and it reverts back to normal. But Liliana, though all of this does occur to you, you can't help but notice a dark and kind of I guess it's a splotch of darkness that looms in the distance a little bit on the other side of the market. And it's strange because you don't remember seeing any long dark here at all. No patches whatsoever, but there's this veil of slightly opaque shadow. You can see it there. It's almost like a haze in the air to you.
I would point it out.
And there is some figure standing far away next to this affected area, watching everyone. And then everyone just kind of blinks and the effect goes away.
Like the figure's not there anymore?
Figure's gone. What you saw was gone. Shadows are normal. Everything's not hazy anymore. It's going back to normal.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but there was some long dark, there, in just a little in the distance, and there's a figure standing next to it watching us all.
Can I look at Marcira and see what her reaction to that is?
It does seem to be a recurring figure.
Seems like something's gonna happen here, one way or another.
I think just because I'm tired, I can't think straight any longer. That's probably what we'll call it for tonight.
Eepy time.
Another.
All right, I guess that conversation will have to go another time. But I will say though, the correlation between the weight and the cult is actually like that is legit. It's actually legit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a world religions exam today. The fat Buddha statue was the only thing I could think of in the moment.
No, it's fine. But like the correlation between the weight and the cult is definitely it's real. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to. Hopefully, I can find my item next session.
Yeah, I'll try and get to pretty much everything we need to.
Do you have enough money for something like that?
Yes.
Oh boy.
It's only uncommon.
Oh, it's only uncommon?
Yeah.
But it's a jail and a.
Oh no, it's not jail. It's not jail.
Me and Gold are gonna have a chat. Me and Shaw are gonna have a chat. There's a lot of conversations coming.
Yeah. And I look forward to it.
It's gonna be interesting.
Alright, well, see you then.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys later. I'm getting Craig out of here.
Bye, Craig.
Bye.
Bye, Craig. We love you.
Bye.